You start the day fine. You even feel proud. Then, out of nowhere, it hits. Not regular hunger. Ravenous, frantic, snack drawer hunger. Cravings turn urgent. Portions that used to satisfy stop working. And you feel your willpower getting smaller by the minute. That whiplash is the worst part, because it makes you think you are broken. You are not. Your body is running a protection program, and it is steered by two competing signals. Moving to slide 2. One signal is leptin. Think of it as the message that energy is safe, so your brain can spend freely. When leptin is higher, hunger quiets down, and your body is less stingy with energy. The other signal is ghrelin, which pushes food seeking. When ghrelin rises, your brain starts negotiating for calories, attention, and urgency. Now add stress. Stress hormones can make ghrelin louder and make you feel less satisfied by the same meal. And when you diet, both signals change their tone. Leptin trends down as your body senses less incoming energy. Ghrelin trends up because your brain wants to protect against continued deficit. That is why the hunger feels personal, like a moral failure, when it is actually biology trying to bargain. And low carb can make that bargain start in a weirdly quiet way. Moving to slide 3. With low carb, the scale often drops fast from water and glycogen. Hunger can fade briefly, so meals get smaller without you trying. Energy intake quietly falls for several days. Then your signals adapt. The early calm can flip into a snapback, because the deficit finally gets noticed. That is when leptin tends to slide faster than you expected. Moving to slide 4. As insulin drops and stored fuel gets tapped, leptin can fall. Fat loss lowers leptin too. Your brain reads that as tighter times and starts saving energy while pushing your hunger set point upward. That is why a refeed can feel less like a choice and more like gravity. And it pairs perfectly with a second force that learns your routine. Moving to slide 5. Ghrelin is not just a random hunger chemical. It rises before your usual meal times because your body predicts food. If you normally eat at noon, expect hunger to ramp up late morning, even if breakfast was solid. Dieting often boosts ghrelin further, so that ramp feels sharper. Two things make it worse fast. One is sleep loss, which increases ghrelin and lowers your ability to feel satisfied. The other is stress, which can turn normal hunger into urgency, the kind that screams for quick calories. So if your cravings feel like an alarm clock, treat it like one. Stabilize meal timing for a bit, protect sleep, and do not stack a hard calorie deficit on top of chaotic days. Once urgency drops, smarter tools like protein actually get a chance to work. Moving to slide 6. Protein helps. It is not magic. Yes, protein tends to give you more fullness per calorie than most carbs or fats, and it can make a diet feel easier. But hunger still returns if your total energy is low enough. If you are 700 calories under maintenance, swapping chicken for cereal might blunt the edge, but it will not erase the deficit. Where people get stuck is going too lean. If your meals are protein plus vegetables and almost no carbs or fats, you can feel full right after eating, then weirdly hungry an hour later. Not because protein failed, but because the meal did not carry much energy, and it was not very rewarding to your brain. You end up prowling for something easy. So use protein as a lever, not a shield. Anchor each meal with a solid protein dose, then add enough carbs or fats to make it satisfying and sustainable, and track what you actually eat for a week. Most plateaus and cravings are math problems, not moral problems. Rebound is predictable when the plan is built on willpower. Moving to slide 7. Rebound usually comes from stacking 3 things: a big deficit, rigid rules, and boring food. Monotony makes cravings louder. Social friction adds stress, so you start negotiating with yourself. Then one unplanned snack feels like a failure, and that story turns a slip into a spiral. Your brain is not aiming for perfect. It is aiming for quick relief, and quick carbs are the fastest lever. Moving to slide 8. When you diet hard, your brain changes priorities. Food starts taking up more mental space. You can still be disciplined, but it costs more energy, and impulse control gets taxed faster, especially at night. At the same time, your daily movement often drops without you noticing. You sit a little more, pace less, take fewer extra steps. That quiet drop in NEAT can erase a big chunk of your deficit. Training can also feel heavier because you have less fuel and less patience for discomfort. Mood gets brittle too. Small annoyances hit harder, and that makes comfort food more tempting. None of this means you are weak. It means the system is doing what it is designed to do when energy is scarce. Sometimes the fix is not more restriction. Sometimes it is checking basic signals that feel exactly like hunger. Moving to slide 9. Low-carb dieting can dump sodium fast. That can feel like hunger, but it is often headache, fatigue, and a snacky craving that does not go away after you eat. Thirst can also read as hunger when you are undersalted. Before you change your whole plan, try basics. Drink water, get enough sodium, and keep potassium and magnesium covered through food. Fixing electrolytes can make cravings feel quieter within a day. Moving to slide 10. The carb fear trap starts when you label all carbs as dangerous. Then any higher carb meal feels like failure, even if it fits your calories. That mindset makes refeeds emotionally loaded, so you either avoid them or you overdo them, then punish yourself with more restriction. Restriction raises rebound risk, and binge guilt seals the cycle. You do not need to earn carbs, you need to place them on purpose. Pick the times they help adherence most, like around training, at dinner, or on social days. Keep portions defined, not forbidden. Flexibility protects consistency because it removes the drama. When carbs are just a tool, not a threat, you can build a plan that respects hunger instead of fighting it. Moving to slide 11. Design a hunger budget, not a punishment plan. Start with a deficit you can actually hold, because the best fat loss plan is the one you can repeat on normal weeks. Set predictable meal times so your day is not a constant negotiation with snacks. Build meals around higher volume foods like lean protein, vegetables, fruit, potatoes, beans, and soups, so your stomach gets physical fullness without blowing calories. Be careful with ultra-palatable traps, the foods that make you eat past your plan even when you are not hungry. If a food reliably turns into a binge, it is not a willpower issue, it is an environment issue. And protect sleep. Poor sleep raises appetite and cravings fast, and it makes every decision harder. A good deficit feels disciplined, not desperate, and you should be able to live inside it. Moving to slide 12. Adjust when the signs show up consistently, not when you have one bad day. If hunger is climbing for several days in a row, your budget is probably too tight. If you are more irritable, your sleep is getting worse, or you wake up early hungry, your recovery is being taxed. If trading performance is falling, especially strength or weekly volume, you may be underfueled or under-recovered. If food thoughts are nonstop, that is a red flag for adherence, not a badge of honor. And if binge risk is increasing, meaning you are planning one last blowout or you are avoiding social meals because you don't trust yourself, you are already too close to the edge. Smart adjustments keep you progressing while staying in control, so the finish does not turn into a rebound. Moving to slide 13. Exiting a deficit is a skill. Do it gradually so your body weight and appetite do not swing hard. A simple approach is a reverse diet. Add a small amount of calories, hold for a week, then reassess. Most people do best adding carbs first, because carbs support training and make meals feel more satisfying. Add them with structure, not as random snacks. For example, add one planned serving of carbs to 2 meals, like rice, oats, potatoes, or fruit. Keep protein stable. Do not drop it just to make room for treats, because protein helps satiety and makes it easier to maintain your new intake. Watch weekly averages, not single weigh-ins. As you add carbs, scale weight can jump from glycogen and water, even when fat is not increasing. Track a 7-day average, track your waist, and track your training performance. If averages are stable and you feel better, stay the course. If weight trends up for 2 to 3 weeks, pull back slightly and hold. You are aiming for a controlled landing, not a celebration that turns into whiplash. Moving to slide 14. Your next move is simple. Pick one change today, then measure for 7 days. If you are struggling, reduce the deficit slightly instead of quitting. Prioritize sleep this week, because it makes every other lever easier to pull. Subscribe for more practical fat loss and maintenance strategies. Comment your rebound pattern, like when it happens and what usually triggers it. This content is for education only and is not medical advice. Consult a qualified healthcare professional for personal guidance. Better signals. better metabolism, better life.